Hello, pile 3. As I'm sure you saw in the comments, there was a little issue with the video. So pile 3 and pile 4 are going to be on the second video. So let's just get into it, guys. Pile 3, let's see. I just picked one card to see your main blockage, your main issue, what is keeping you from turning your luck around. What is the main thing we're going to focus on? So the sun, which is all about positivity and happiness. So basically, you're being very negative. Your perception's a little off. At the end of the day, what you focus on grows. So if you keep focusing on the negative, then you're just going to get some more weeds. If you're focusing on the positive, you're going to get some more flowers. In recognition, I get some flowers. But yeah, so basically your main blockage and what you need to work on is your attitude, your perception, maybe even the words you say. Maybe you, even if you say jokingly, like, I'm a loser, those words have power, man. It's called spelling because it's like spells, right? So you got to be careful of the words you use, the things you say. Your thoughts and your feelings. More importantly, really your feelings, like the way you feel overall. That is what manifestation and assumption is. Like you can say, I feel great, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't actually feel great, it's not going to change as much. It might not change at all. Basically, your feelings are a vibration and it's going to attract more of that vibration. So you want to make sure you're putting some good sunny vibration out, so you can get more of that back. All you're putting out is darkness. That's what you're going to attract, okay? And so let's see, why is that? Why are you being negative? What is going on? Pile 3. 6 of Swords. I haven't used this deck in forever. It's my learner deck. And this is the only 6 of Swords. Usually there's like 2 people on the boat. And they're going from like rough waters to calmer waters. But here there's one person in the boat, and there's a little creep there in the shadow. Okay? I almost feel like there's 2 sides of you, like, because there's 2 horses here. Usually also Knight of Coins is somebody on their horse. I feel like for some of you, it could be an internal battle. And for others of you, there's somebody around you that's just so negative. It could be jealousy. It could be like they're just negative and they need to figure their own shit out. They may not be doing it purposely. We'll see how it pans out. It might depend on the person too. But you cannot fly like an eagle if you're surrounded by turkeys pecking at you. And you know, don't be your own turkey. Why do I feel like I just said that recently. Not in a reading, but it's gonna be straightforward. You just, and the sun again. Wow, okay. Could be a Libra, Sagittarius, or Aquarius if it is another person. Or if you were a Libra, Sagittarius, Aquarius, it could be you. Because, you know, the sun usually, it's a Leo card. But if you can see, here we have the scales. Here we have water bearer. And here we have the centaur, Sagittarius. What's at the bottom? 8 of coins. No, 3 of pentacles. 3 coins, sorry. I saw an 8 there. So you might be seeing things that aren't there, you know? And I'm not saying like you're hallucinating, but I'm just saying you're seeing negatives where there's no negatives to be seen. You might be psyching yourself out. Every time you want to start something, or maybe you start a relationship, you just focus on the negative and you don't leave any room for things to be good, you know? Okay, I guess we are. I wasn't going to get a song for you guys. Just because this fell over, we will get a song. Put it here so I remember. Right here next to my foot. So, You know, Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. So I feel like most of you is somebody else. It could be a group of people. Like, you could have friends that are just negative, and every time you have a good idea or you say you're going to do something, they just beat it out of you. But here on this channel, we are about accountability. So you are allowing that by having those people in your life. And if you're under 18 and living at home and all that, and you can't leave home, then you shouldn't even be watching my videos, because they're 18 and up, because I swear and shit, and I say some fucked up shit sometimes. So they are rated not for kids. So get out of here if you're under 18. If you are over 18, which you should be, then move away. If it's like your family, often your family can be like your biggest downfall. Not because like people had sex and gave birth to you means they're good parents, or that your siblings have your best interests at heart. Like, no matter who it is, if your intuition, if like common sense in the past is showing you they're not there for you like that, you feel like drained when you leave their presence. Whenever you have something, it's always, their response is always negative, and you go from being happy and excited about something to being like defeated and giving it up. Then that right there, that's enough. You don't deserve that. So don't allow it. You know? I'm also getting a headache. Like, I'm feeling a little lightheaded. So, that might be a physical sign for you if you get a headache when you're around certain people. I feel like these people are draining. For some of you, it really is yourself doing it to you. But I feel like for most of you, it's somebody else. Okay, let's see. And you could be a Leo. For the sun to be here twice. So what can you do, like, moving forward? Your best course of action to end this fuckery. Two of Wands. You have the key. You hold the key. You hold the power. Twos are about choices. You're going to have to make the choice. You're going to choose to continue on that road or not. Like, it's really simple, you know? At the end of the day, things are choices. The things that happen to you, yes, they happen to you, but your reaction is all you have control over. So you are not what happens to you. You are your reaction. Three of Wands. Following the Two of Wands, obviously. Aries energy. Aries are doers. Aries are also very confident. So, very strong fire energy here. So you could definitely be a fire sign. But after 2 comes 3. After making that choice, it's time to make that move. Three of Wands is about ships coming in, you know. And this one is not exactly on the water. It's I don't know, an airship. I don't know what the fuck to call that. It's like a ship with hot air balloons on it, right? Or some. But still a ship. So it's your ship's coming in. So, and it also talks about moving. And I did get a feeling for some of you, it could be like a home life. It could also be a partner. You know, if your partner is just dragging you down all the time, even if you're married, and you're just absolutely miserable, and you communicate that, and they just don't give a fuck, well, you gotta decide, are you gonna keep doing this, or are you gonna break free and move on? So there could be like an actual move in the cards for you. You might have to decide, like, you know what, I need to move. Maybe you need to move cities. The city's not conductive. It's negative energy. You might want to look into astrocartography. I don't know if I said that right, but type that in, something will come up. You can do your chart online, and then you'll get a map of the world with your particular chart over it. And you don't want to be near Saturn lines or some not transits, like conjunctions or squares or things, areas that are going to be more challenging in your chart. I'm not that deep into astrology, honestly. Like, it takes years. It's very complicated. I'm still studying. But certain places on the map are going to be a lot more conductive to you. Sometimes even moving a few hours away can make such a difference. Saturn lines are very restrictive, right? Saturn is a restrictive planet. So you might be living in an area where the energy is just restrictive for you based on your chart. And so you might need to move for that reason. You're going to have to make that choice to make those moves. Whether it's cutting people off, checking yourself, how you talk to yourself and about your projects and your goals, or cutting off the people that aren't good for you. Queen of Cups, all about empathy and love. So you got to be more empathetic towards yourself. You got to give yourself some grace. Nine of Wands, you got to surrender. It's all within your power. Usually, everything's within your power. If you want to change, the only thing you can change is like yourself and your environment. That's it. There's nothing else you can change. You can't change how other people are going to behave. You can't make them see your point of view or how you feel. You can't change a city. You can't change your family. There's not much you can do. If people don't want to change, they're not going to change. So you got to take it upon yourself to like just remove yourself from that bullshit. You got to surrender. The Moon. Yeah, you got everything you need. You have the skills. You have the abilities. You got to get out of the darkness. Like even in this card here, like see how the Moon's here? There's all this light kind of coming from this way. You got to snap out a bit. You got to get yourself out of the darkness. The Moon, you know, it's not always negative, but it does have pretty dark, negative energy. Want or not want. It does talk about, you know, more negative feelings. That is the card that can represent depression and schizophrenia and all these things. I'm not calling anybody schizo or anything, right? Which, again, if you are, as long as you take your medication and get help, that's fine. But, yeah, you might just be depressed. And for a lot of people, like, clinical depression is very real, but it's a chemical imbalance in your brain. I think a lot of people are not depressed. They just have a bit of victim mentality, you know? So if you feel like you are clinically depressed and you need help, you need medication. If it's like your own defeating thoughts, if everything's fine until you start beating yourself up all the time, or if you go see somebody and you go get help and they're like, you know, you just need to be a more positive person and stop having that victim mentality, then that's what it is. You got to be self-aware, but also, you know, I can't stress enough that clinical depression is very real. So if that's the case, because we did have the Moon and that's my card for it. So if that's the case, you need to get the help. You can't do it on your own. And again, that's a choice. That is up to you to get the help you need. Okay, so let's do some advice. This got serious. Again, what you focus on grows. That is the card. I always say that with that card. Because it is. She's going to plant her seeds. She's going to see her harvest, tend to it, you know. So it's up to you to really put the focus on what you want to grow as opposed to what you want to go away. Hangman. You could be wasting a lot of money too on shit that you don't need to. Yeah, I feel like you haven't been making moves. There's stuff that you want to make moves on, but you're not. You may be distracting yourself with some instant gratification and wasting money, which usually wouldn't be my card for it, but, you know, I haven't used that deck in years. I was drawn to it today. See how he's losing all these coins, and you have to, well, the Hangman is about standing still, but it's also a martyr card. It's my card for someone who likes to just Again, victim mentality, but more in a martyr way, like just a little over dramatic. You could definitely be a Leo. Leos, we have these moments. I'm a triple Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Moon came up too, so you could be a Moon in Leo. We can be pretty intense and emotional, and we can be a little dramatic at times with our feelings. So, you know, check yourself before you wreck yourself, homie. The devil, and it is upright. The devil upright is your own demons, is you being your own worst enemy. Do we have at the bottom 9 of coins? Which is all about singlehood and enjoying singlehood, being happy single. You may not be happy single. You may need to spend some time alone and be single. It's also about financial stability. So like I said, I feel like you really have everything to turn your luck around. Like, I feel like you can do it in a motherfucking day, straight up. Like, it's that insane. I feel like you are your biggest blockage. For some of you, it's somebody else. But as the reading progresses, I just really feel like it's you. You're holding yourself back. And people, like, a lot of people don't like to get those news. But that's the best news it can get. Like, if it's somebody else that's, like, fucking you up, and then I can't tell you who it is, like, isn't that more stressful? If you know it's you, then you know you got the power to change it. You have all the power to change it. So you basically need to stop whining and crying about it. You need to do what you gotta do, and you gotta tame your motherfucking demons. Kick him the fuck out of here. I do feel like it's time sensitive. I feel like the longer, because we got a time, an hourglass here, we got an hourglass there. And funnily enough, you guys will see my thumbnail, 2 hourglass on each side. Go figure. And I did the thumbnail. Let's pick a card, turn your luck around. And then 2 hourglasses. So I feel like the longer you feed your demons, the fucking bigger they get. You need to starve these motherfuckers. And like, again, I said, like, I feel like it could happen really fast. It could happen overnight. Speaks on the hourglass. Says at this point, now there's 4, these 2, and the 2 on the thumbnail. And for the sun to come out twice, that's positivity. That's positive attitude. Okay, so let's pull some oracles. I don't feel like I have much more to say here. I feel like it's very straightforward. So we'll see. We'll get a song and some oracles. Moon, feelings. Again, it's your feelings. I don't think it's reality. It's your feelings. Definitely check your moon. You can get your moon sign even if you don't know your time of birth. You can't get your houses, degrees, and things like that, but you can get your moon sign. Instinct, nurturing, gut reaction. All you got is your reaction. Comfort, digestion, home, family. Like I said, some of you are going to have to move. Conditioning, habits. It's a habit. It's a habit you have to break. Behavioral therapy is something you might want to look into. Behavioral cognitive therapy. If you're struggling and it's not clinical depression and you're struggling doing it on your own, that is how you reprogram your brain. Because if you've been saying the same thing and doing the same thing over and over and over, you have to go and do the opposite as many times over to break it, you know? Femininity, lineage, privacy, embodiment, emotions, sustenance, self-soothing, moods, mother. For some of you, it could be your relationship with your mother. Your mother can be, you know, not your not even a question of your biggest fans. Some people are fucked up, man, and they'll never do the work, and then they become the problem, right? They were abused, they were whatever, and then instead of addressing it, doing the work and healing, they become the perpetrator of what they were a victim to. So, you know, you don't want to become that either. Some of you, it could be your mom. Really could be. I got lightheaded again here. I got lightheaded too talking about the family part. So for those of you that is going to be your mother, I feel like you are the ones who might need the behavioral therapy, extra support, a support group or something. Because it is going to be like the hardest one. Because it's your mom. Like, she's supposed to be like the person that loves you unconditionally and the person that's there for you. Yeah, dads are supposed to, but like, it's not like it's expected. Let's be real. That role always falls on the mother to be all the emotional work tends to fall on the mother. So if you're not having those needs met there, that's going to be a lot more challenging than if it's just you beating yourself up. Shift your money mindset. So this could be what you're trying to do. I feel for like a lot of you, yeah, you are trying to make something happen work-wise. But you got to shift your mindset. Nothing's going to happen. The universe can't line up stuff for you. The universe is giving you the vibration you're sending out. So that's all it knows. It doesn't understand anything else. We live in a matrix. You got to go by the cheat codes. And I want to get one more for you. Get a iolite if you believe in crystals and you feel like that might help. I don't know how much I believe in crystals. I'm going to be straight up, guys. They're pretty. I like them for pick a cards. I like them around my house. But I am a firm believer that you hold your energy. So really, you can only put your own energy into the crystal. If you get what I'm saying. And I could be wrong on that, eh? If you feel like they help you, then that's perfect. That's just my experience. Citrine, bring in the light. Ooh, that card, eh? Oh, it ended up being at the bottom of the deck. But that, what was it? The Nine of Wands. Where the light was coming in. And then you have the sun twice. And the moon showed up twice. You gotta let the light in. If you keep shutting the curtains, you can't complain that you're in the dark, you know, or you gotta allow the light in. Okay, and I'm gonna get you guys a song, too. A song for pile 3, please, since you were acting like you wanted to give one, Bucket. Oh, sorry. My hand's stuck, guys. Okay. Cherries, Hope Tala, featuring Aminé. No clue what it's about. I love Aminé a lot. It's not a song I've listened to a lot. There's too much music out there. I have like 20,000 playlists, and then I find an old song, and I'm like, well, I forgot about that song, how good it was. But, so I can't really give you any insight. You're gonna have to go listen to it. The link is gonna be under your timestamp, okay? So check that out, see if there's some messages for you. It could just be a song to throw on when you feel defeated. Maybe it could just be a reminder of this reading, or there's going to be something in there that means something to you. It can be different for each person. All right. But there is Optala. It's a guy or a girl, I'm not sure. But the word hope is in there, okay? So there you go. All right, guys. I hope that helped. If it resonated, let me know. If you like it, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Because all press is good press. Because, baby, perception. Right? All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, I see you guys in the next one. Subscribe, hit the bell so you can see my videos when they come out. All right. Bye. Hello, pile 4. So yeah, as you saw, there was a little issue with my recording in the middle of the video. I was like, oh, what the hell? I like looked before I started your pile actually, and it wasn't recording anymore. So yeah, I had to redo pile 3 and pile 4. So let's see, I picked only one tarot card for your piles to see the main blockage or the main issue, the main advice. And you got 3 of, I don't know if I can know what the triangle means. Guys, I'm a little rusty. We've got some Aries. So I'm going to guess 3 of Wands. Aries, Sun. So, gotta be some 3 of Wands. Yeah, exploration, ships coming in, moving. Yeah, okay, makes sense. 3 of Wands. Sorry about that. Thank God for the little context clues, right? And I guess the fire here, but sometimes it can throw you off with that stuff, like Aquarius. Why is Aquarius an air sign and a water bearer? Like, way to confuse us all, right? So that was a random thought. So you could maybe be dealing with an Aquarius on some level, or you are an Aquarius. But you need to explore more. So maybe you've been a bit of a hermit lately. Maybe you've been boxing yourself in. You know, just a bit in a rut, maybe not really want to go outside of your box, you know, outside of your comfort zone. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. And what's that thing? I'm sure you guys have seen that meme or that picture of life start outside of your comfort zone. I haven't seen that in forever, but immediately that came to mind. So time to get out of your comfort zone. So let's see, why you stuck in that little box, what's going on, and what's holding you back. And we got my ultimate single card. And I guess since they flipped over, we are going to take them. And the wheel at the bottom, which is pretty much the... Okay, I have a low battery, but I'm good. I should be able to finish this. I'm making sure it doesn't stop recording on me again. But this is pretty much the energy of the reading, right? The wheel. It's about turning your luck around, basically. So I feel like you've maybe been in that energy lately. You want to turn your life around, but you're not too sure how. I feel like, you know what, for you guys, I feel like it might be about love. Because it's like the ultimate single card. It's about going out and meeting people and really enjoying yourself. And like, this is like teamwork, but in reverse. So maybe you've been single for a while. Maybe you've been trying to date. It's not really working. Maybe you're not even meeting anybody to date. But you need to get out there. So basically, dating apps, which I'm not a fan of. But, you know, you never know. It's 2023. Apparently, that's where everybody is. But... go out. It doesn't mean, I'm not talking like go to the club or like try to meet somebody at a gas station. By the way, that's like the most unsafe place for women is a gas station. So definitely don't try to meet people at the gas station, but you can go pick up a new activity. I don't know, go do an improv class, you know, especially if you're shy, that is going to help you get you out of your shell. Then you're going to meet new people. Also, what else? You know, I don't know, a painting class, go hiking, go skiing or whatever. There's 1,012 activities out there. Just, it needs to be something that's going to get you involved with other people and meeting other people that may have similar interests. Because, yeah, 3 of Cups, usually there's 3 people in the 3 of Cups and like she's by herself. Usually there's 3 people in the coins, 3 of coins, and he's by himself. So I feel like you've been maybe feeling lonely. And you don't know how to remedy that, but you got to explore. You got to do new things. Nine of Swords, you can't stay at home stressing in bed by yourself in bed, be like, I'm all alone and I'm lonely and I'm stressing out over it. You got to get out there. Queen of Wands, very sexual, confident, seductive energy. Okay, so what can pile 4 do? Hold on. Oh. And I guess this is going to be for you because this was on the floor. Next to the card that fell. I think it fell out of my song bowl. Let's see. Okay, what can they do? Some advice. It's now or never. It is a love reading for y'all. Fletcher, I'll put the song into the, under your timestamp. I'll put the link so you can go check it out. But play that. And when you put it on a playlist, and when it comes up, remind yourself, time to go do something outside of my motherfucking house. Or outside of my friend's house. Or, you know, it's time to get out there. It's now or never. Because, you know, you can only be a hermit and really, like, start adopting a different, like, a way of life or a way of doing things for so long before it becomes ingrained in you, right? I feel like pile 3, it's a bit time sensitive. You know? Yeah. Okay, well, this wants to come out. 6 of Coins. Need to be a little bit more generous, okay? It's also about a charity. So if you're like, yeah, I'm not interested in any of the things you're doing, I'm not really into doing an activity, blah, 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 go do some charity work. Go do some volunteer work. If you're like, yeah, I don't want to go online, it's full of weird, crazy people. Not saying there's no crazy people masquerading under the guise of being kind people and doing charity work. That can happen as well, but your odds of meeting like good, great people are a lot bigger in that type of work and that type of environment, right? Also, that's going to feed your soul. All love. You want more love in your life, go out, give some love. And if you do, I really feel like you are going to meet someone. I feel like somebody is going to come into your life, but you got to do this now. You got to act now before you lose the bit of mojo you have, okay? 6 of Cups, which talks about, you know, nostalgia, childhood memories. So there's something that you probably really enjoyed doing in your childhood that you've given up or that just kind of phased out that you might not want to look into again. Maybe it's writing poetry, maybe it's drawing, maybe it's a sport. Whatever that is, it's time to re-enliven that and maybe reach out to some old friends. If there's somebody you've been maybe on your mind and you've been thinking about reaching out to them and see if they wanted to explore the new possibilities. Now in the present, now or never, babe. Because it might actually be your person or exactly what you need. So let's see, we're going to do some love oracles because it is a love reading. If that's not what you were looking for and you're like, nah, I'm in a happy relationship, nah, not what I'm looking for, then this reading is not for you. Because this is definitely 1000% about love. Worth waiting for. You may have been waiting on somebody. I'm telling you guys, I get the feeling that if you have, they have also been waiting for you. But now is the time to act. Separation. So again, I feel like it's somebody from your past you've been in separation from. Could have been a high school sweetheart. Could have been someone that you both had a crush on each other, but one of you were in a relationship, so nothing ever came to fruition. Well, now's the fucking time. Even if it's like 10, 15, 20 years later, don't be shy. You won't know if you don't ask. You won't know if you don't reach out. What do you have to lose? Let your friends help you. I said you might have some friends you need to reach out to. If you have some friends in common, maybe hit them up like, hey, have you heard? Are they doing anything? Like, oh, do you have their contact? Like, you know? I don't know why I whispered that. Like, you know, you could say it louder than that. Let's see what we get here. Talking. Hey, exploring possibilities. Interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hoovering. So yeah, text, call, email, DM, reach out. Okay, I'm going to take this one because it felt like upside down. Relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, growth. Yes, there's something, and that is a great way to heal your inner child, is to go back to an activity that you really loved. Like I started drawing again when I started tarot like a few years ago, and it's a very healing experience. I hadn't drawn since I was a kid, and it's something that I just stopped doing somehow, and I just completely forgot. It just fell out of my brain. So look back, look into your past, see what really fed your soul when you were a kid and you were just doing it for fun. You didn't care. You didn't care what anybody had to say about it. It was just something you intuitively and automatically did because it's a part of you. It's something you're meant to do. Go back to that. Abundance. Yay. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude and bliss. So go explore. Manifest the things you want. Be positive about it. And you shall get yourself a little love. Basically. All right. I feel like yours was fairly short. I think it was the shortest reading. But it was pretty straightforward. And yeah, so that's it. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Heat it up. Heat up the like button if you liked it. And hit the dislike button if you didn't, because you know, everything's perception. All press is good press. If you like it here, make sure you hit the bell and that you subscribe so you can see videos from me in the future when I drop them. Either way, thank you for watching, guys. Love ya. Bye.